Alright, boys, it's time to talk about Faze dubs. Now, this is a story that I saw kind of circulating, I believe a couple days ago, but I was talking to my friend, and I was kind of, just asking for topics, and he presented this to me, so I figured we would talk about it, because it kind of goes into a whole other discussion that I was sort of thinking about, right? And that's like, if you use the N-word, does that make you a racist? Now, I think a lot of people will have, like, pretty obvious, like, answers to this. It's not a question that's really too hard, but before we get into that in just a moment, I want to show you the clip that we're talking about, which is Faze dubs. He's a Faze, clan member. He's young. I think he's around my age. I'm not entirely sure on that, but if somebody in chat knows the answer, they can, let me know. But apparently he got in trouble because he was streaming on his friend's channel, and I guess he forgot that his friend was streaming, and he said a little too much. He let a little word out that you're not supposed to say. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the clip. Now, the clip that I have here, this is sort of censored a little bit. Like the big, the word that's being spoken, I did cut out, because if I show it on Twitch, I'm gonna get my ass fucked. So we're not gonna do that. But we will listen to it right now. If the video ever loads. Please tell me it's gonna load. Is it not gonna load? Alright, well let's try it again. Yeah, okay, so if you didn't hear right now, that's Faze Simps. Faze Simps! Faze Dubs, sorry. There's actually a guy called Faze Simp. I got him confused. No, that's Faze Dubs. And that's him saying the N-word.
Alright, who you like that, bro? Nigga.
Yo, I'm streaming, Dubs. I'm being dead ass. On God, I'm streaming.
Faze Dubs firing off the N-word on a stream, then realizing immediately, yo, I'm streaming right now. Dude, this is so funny.
Nigga. Yo, I'm streaming.
He just lets a fat one out, and he's, whoa, I'm streaming, yo, turn it off, and then he, like, closes the Fortnite game.
I'm streaming, Dubs. I'm being dead ass. On God, I'm streaming.
Oh my God, it was too late. There was nothing you could do about it. Like, can you imagine, like, the thoughts that are going in this kid's head? He just lets out a good old gamer word, and then all of a sudden it just hits him that his entire professional career is over. I mean, you gotta remember for a second, this isn't just kids, fucking around on Twitch, doing video games or whatever. This is a real career. Whether you like it or not, esports and being in Faze, the Faze clan or the Faze team or whatever, it is a real career, and it does take talent to do what these guys are doing. You might just think, oh, it's just video games or just pressing buttons on a screen or whatever. It's not that complicated. Whatever. Why is this supposed to be impressive? Well, this is a career. This is a sport. Whether you like it or not, it's not a traditional sport, but it is kind of serious shit nonetheless. And getting invited to be a part of Faze Clan at such a young age is a privilege beyond belief. And to just throw it all away in just a few seconds after just one word, it's incredible. You gotta wonder what this kid's thinking, right? As he's just sitting there on stream, just lets one out, and then it just hits him. He just realizes, fuck. I just ended my entire fucking career. Not alone, forget the fact that, saying the N-word publicly to such a large audience, is gonna hurt you if you're trying to get a job, because people can look up your name and, find this clip and stuff like that. You're pretty fucked if you get, if you be using gamer words like that. So, of course, he had to run to Twitter to issue a good old-fashioned apology. And we'll take a look at that in just a moment right here. Well, I see in just a moment. Right now. So he tweets out, he says, I can't even describe how sorry I am. I did not intend to be hurtful in any way, but what I said was still hurtful, insensitive, and wrong. The words shouldn't have been in my vocabulary, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart to everyone I offended by using it. You deserve better. Very simple, basic apology. There's not really much I can say to this other than he said basically everything that he needs to say. I remember I saw some other kid get caught using a word that they shouldn't have. And, or no, there was some kid who actually was like using, like hacks or something to like, enhance his gameplay. But the worst part was he was actually really good at the games. He just threw away his career for no fucking reason. And he was like, yep, I got caught. What are you gonna do? You know, not really sorry for it. And it's like, well, okay, well, that's one way to take it. This kid's not doing that, obviously. He's very, you know, look, I used a word I shouldn't have. It shouldn't even be in my vocabulary. Yeah, I fucked up. That's basically it right there. But then you have the replies here. Now, we're on Twitter, obviously, so you know, people on Twitter have a tendency to put up some really fucking just hot takes, some really interesting opinions here. And I guess I can sort of sympathize with these takes, but I still have an issue with this, right? Can somebody ask, I'm just asking the chat right now, if somebody happens to know how old this guy is. He obviously sounds young, I just want to know an exact number. But let's keep reading here. So this guy writes, the fact that black people get offended when a non-black guy says the N-word but are okay with like 2 million mumbling motherfuckers saying the word every 2 seconds of their song is tripping me. Alright, that's not necessarily what I'm looking for. Interesting take right there. But here's a different one, right? You fucking idiot. That word only slips out if it's a go-to in your normal vocabulary anyway. I've never slipped that word out, and most other folks haven't either. Go donate some money to an African American charity if you're truly sorry. Hashtag Black History Month 2020. It's like, okay, come on now. Look, I realize that people, you know, will instantly jump to conclusions if they hear you saying a word and just be like, okay, well, obviously, this word must be in your vocabulary, and obviously, if you say it a lot, you must be a racist. But I think what a lot of people are forgetting is that, you know, when you're like a kid and you're in like the gaming online environment, you immediately say like the most offensive shit you can think of just off the top of your head to piss people off. Not everyone does. I'm not saying everybody is like this, but I am saying that there's a lot of people who have no racist bone in their body. No like hateful, you know, they want to just like fucking shit on like minorities and stuff like that. But they do say things that are offensive just for shock value. People forget how powerful shock value is to the mind of a child, especially when they grow up and they're, you know, throwing curse words. They want to take it up a notch. They start using slurs and shit. It doesn't mean they're racist. It just means that they're just being fucking careless and just saying crazy shit to get a crazy reaction. Does that mean they're racist? No. Yeah, and I firmly believe that. Like, chat, am I crazy here? You know, kids saying like crazy, outrageous stuff does not mean they're racist, you know? First off, people grow out of this, but even if they don't, like, it's, you know, it's not, you know, indicative of some hateful feelings they might feel. In some cases, maybe it is, but you can't just jump to that conclusion just based off some kid spouting off, you know, bad words that he heard that he knew would offend people. Now, that being said, alright, when you're part of Faze Clan and you're doing a professional esports career, you gotta fucking watch your mouth, dude. Like, you gotta, like, understand there's a time and a place for everything. You know, when you're gaming with your best friends or whatever, privately behind the scenes, and you're, you know, saying certain words or whatever, it's much different than when you're, you know, performing for an audience of thousands on Twitch and potentially throwing away your career. And I'm sure this kid realizes that, but it's all too late, unfortunately. He's already thrown away his career. He's already lost positions at Faze, and that's going to be it for them. I heard apparently Faze Clan's now going to be telling people in their team they need to be taking sensitivity training for it. So now everybody's going to get punished for this, basically. They're going to have to take some sort of, like, sensitivity like, I don't know what that means. Like, what? You're gonna have to, like, learn, like, you know, all about, like, what words mean and, you know, not to use the N-word on stream or something like that. I don't know, man. It's kind of stupid, but you know, you gotta fucking watch it, and, you know, you gotta know, like, okay, I'm performing, you know, there's things and words I can't say, because if I do say them, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be really bad. Let's see if we can find some other tweets here. Let's see. Obviously, this kid is clearly in the wrong, but do you know how many whites, people say the word off stream, or just with friends in general? People hate the word, but rap artists basically promote the word, getting young teens to say it. Okay, so not everybody's, like, fucking, you know, shitting on him, I guess. Yeah, it seems like, you know, less people are shitting on him than I originally thought. I don't know. I saw some people spouting off crazy shit, being like, this kid's a fucking viral, racist or whatever. If you use this word constantly, you're a fucking racist. And I'm like, look, we gotta chill. We gotta have some sort of, you know, nuance to this, right? Like, you gotta have, like, things that you can connect the dots to come to a conclusion. If you just look at one thing and just jump to the fact that this guy's a racist, well, I don't know. I think that's a little bit, you know, dangerous in a way. But either way, that's just my thoughts on the situation. What do you guys think? Be sure to comment below, hit like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on notifications, check me out on Twitch, all that jazz. And I'll see y'all later.